Yeah. Any other topics? Yes, sir.
You might talk about the Parents' Bill of Rights.
Yeah. So the Parents' Bill of Rights has had a storied history in the Leavenworth, or in the State House. So it started out as these 12 simple principles that basically just say that, you as a parent have a right to know what your kids are learning in school. You as a parent have a right to know what surveys and questions they're being asked on all these kind of woke agenda things. You as a parent have a right to know if your child shows up at school one day and says, I want to change my pronouns, or I want you to refer to me as cat person or whatever. You have a right to know these things because it's your child. It's not the school's child, it's your child. We passed it last year, couldn't override the veto last year. This year we pared it down to just the essence, which is, mom and dad, if you don't like what your kid's learning in school, you have the right to object, demand an alternative assignment, and make and your child not lose grades over it, right? We passed it, governor vetoed, we weren't able to override. I don't know if you've watched any television news or if you've read in the paper. We've been fighting with David Brewer down the street because it drives me nuts, right? You tell parents, hey, they are spreading, they're politicizing your kids. They're spreading this ideology instead of teaching our kids.
Goodness on their side.
Yeah, and they say, well, prove it. That's bullcrap. That's not happening here. Prove it. And then you show a picture that proves it. It's like, oh my God, how dare you take a picture? So it's, you can tell you've hit the sweet spot because they're screaming about it. So it's happening. It is happening. And if you don't, let's just look at the numbers. Let's just, without cracking a single book of curriculum, without, looking at a single presentation that's being shown to our kids, let's just look at the numbers. Leavenworth School District, only 25% of our kids can read at grade level or above. That's standardized testing compared with the rest of the state of Kansas. 25% of our kids. Only 15% of our kids can do math at grade level or above. So what are we doing all day in school? We're clearly not reading. We've got a curriculum that's moving through our school right now, our school district, and through our school board that is not going to have a single book in it. There will be no books. There'll be excerpts of books. There will be no books. And, what are we doing? We're clearly not teaching math. And we're clearly not teaching reading. We're filling our day with, teaching kids to draw rainbow flags. And, it's...
Well, it's the weaponization of...
Yeah.
Empathy is the highest
and
inclusion.
One of our great school board members, when they were buying a curriculum that they said was for social emotional learning, and we have to do this. They told the school board, we have to do this. The state says we have to do this. Well, they've got a different curriculum on USD 207, which is the Fort Leavenworth School District, and they're doing wonderful. They're the best school district in the state if you look at the numbers. They didn't adopt this, and one of our school board members laid it out for everybody. Showed this is what this company believes in. This is what this company says they're trying to do with this curriculum, and the school board still voted for it. So, we can do all kinds of great things in Topeka, but if we don't have leaders down here at the local level that are putting parents and kids before administrators and teachers unions, it ain't going to get fixed here. And so, we got a municipal election coming up. The primary will be in August, and the general election will be in November, where for school board and for city commission. If you want city commissioners that are not going to lobby us not to fix property taxes, if you want school board members that are going to get this crap out of our schools, you gotta vote for the people that are campaigning on that. And we got some great candidates that are coming up. Yes, sir.